golf, right?
Yes.
Because you're a freshman now?
Yes.
Okay. Going to La Cueva?
Yeah.
How long have you been playing?
A year.
Okay. So you're still a new golfer. All right. How often are you getting to play now? Are you guys practicing?
Monday through Friday.
So you're playing every day?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So that's good. Do you feel like are you improving
I
now
like
that
it,
you're
yes.
spending more time
Yes.
doing it? Okay. That's awesome. Good for you. All right. So other than golf, do you have any other hobbies, things that you like to do?
I'm a dancer.
You're a dancer.
Yeah.
What kind of dance?
Irish step dancing.
Oh, that's awesome. Are you Irish?
No.
No. But you just like to.
Yeah.
That's neat. Where do you do that at?
Just like we rented a little studio.
Oh,
at a big
okay.
company or
Yeah, that is very cool. All right. So dancing, anything else?
Not really.
Right. Well, I know you're a good student because I remember seeing you up on stage at the honors assembly.
Yeah.
You were up there, and I was like, "Yay, that's awesome!" Because I know your dad from being the principal for so long. So, what's your handicap? What kind of scores are you shooting right now?
Like 60s.
You're shooting in the 60s on 9 holes. Okay, all right. Okay, 60s for 9 holes. What do you feel like are the strengths in your game right now?
Probably short game.
Short game's good? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then where are we struggling?
Probably driver, like just getting off the tee.
Driver?
And
Okay.
iron.
Okay, driver and irons. Okay. When you talk specifically to your driver, are you just not happy with
I just like,
the ball?
I've actually improved a lot over the last like week, but I just get to the right.
You hit to the right. Okay. All right. That makes it hard, doesn't it?
Yeah.
When you're playing golf and you're
Never
having
on
to
the
chip out.
fairway.
You're having to chip out from trees or the rough or whatever. So,
Yeah.
okay. So how many times do you feel like that's happening in a round? If you play, do you guys normally play 9 holes
Yeah.
right now? Okay. So
Mhm.
think about maybe your last couple of rounds. How many times
Pretty
did you
much
hit a shot?
every hole.
Pretty much every hole. Okay. So even on the par threes,
Not on the
everything.
par threes,
Okay. So just mainly your tee shot with your driver.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you had basically seven opportunities to hit a driver, right?
Yeah.
And you're saying that all 7 of them were
Pretty
not in the.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So if we could improve upon that today,
Mm-hmm.
and help you eliminate kind of the right side, would that be good?
Yes,
Would you be satisfied
yeah.
with that? Okay. So let me back up, and when I say we're talking about that, those shots that are going to the right, how far right are these shots going? And I know you're
Gotten
in
better. It
fairway.
was like over there, but now.
Okay, so maybe 20 yards to the right. So if you're
Yeah.
aiming down the middle of the fairway, 20 to 30 yards to the right of.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So is the ball starting out that way, or is it kind of doing one of these?
No, it's starting out.
It's starting out
Yeah.
right and then just staying right.
Yeah. It's just
Okay.
like I don't get back down here.
Okay.
I end up
Okay. So you're not releasing the golf club.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're just kind of holding it off
And
you're
like
not-
Coach Bash and I have worked on going back straight rather than like to here
Okay.
and being here.
To
And that's
keep-
actually helped a lot.
Keeping the club a little bit more closed.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
not doing any like artificial wrist movement.
Okay, okay. All right, so I'll definitely look at that today. Now, Haley, do you have any limitations, injuries, or anything that we need to
No.
be aware of? No, like aches or you're young, so probably not, but no metal parts or anything like that. Okay, okay. So I know you're young, and you probably, don't have, like I said, don't have the aches and pains that somebody like me at my age do. But we should always stretch a little bit before you play. Do you do any stretching?
Yes.
You do? Okay.
Mhm.
So what do you do for stretching?
Like
Okay, that's a
this
good one.
And all the arms.
Okay.
And then,
All right, good. So that kind of gets into your shoulders. Okay, that's good. You're getting hit in your lower back.
yeah.
Okay.
And then just all the rotation.
Rotation. Okay. So that's good, and you can even, take your golf club and put it behind your shoulders and do the same thing. So that rotation's really good because it artificially kind of puts you in the golf swing, right? It gets
Yeah.
you moving through the space that we should be moving through when we swing the golf club. So that
Mhm.
really kind of hits those muscles.
Yeah.
Okay. What about your hip flexors? Do you do anything for your hip flexors? Yep, that's a good one. Yeah. Do you notice that you're tighter on one side or the other?
Not really.
Yeah, okay. Definitely a little tighter on the left, but alright. Good, and then, you know, sometimes I'll just kind of end with maybe just a little bit of neck rotations because I have a lot of tension in my neck. I don't know about you. You probably don't have as much stress as I do. So then you can massage your hair. Yeah, so it's always good to do something. You know, you don't want to injure yourself just because you failed to spend, you know, 3 or 4 minutes on a warm-up. So, okay, so we talked a little bit about your short-term goal today and wanting to eliminate the right side, right? And you can take that 20 yards. I don't know, you tell me. I mean, if we could minimize it and if we could split it in half and maybe get it to be a 10-yard slice, push, whatever it is, and we'll decide that. Would that help? That would make you happy? Okay. Now, if we were able to do that, how's that going to impact your game long term?
I think it would minimize a lot of strokes. Yeah.
Probably so, because if you're having to chip out at times, or you're in the rough, right? You're probably not able to hit the green, right? And you may be forced to just chip out. So, I mean, it's hard to say how many shots you're wasting, but I don't know. I'd be willing to bet it's
2 or 3.
yeah, probably at least 2 or 3 on the 9 holes. It's probably even more than that. Yeah, honestly, because hitting a shot from the fairway from the short grass is a lot easier than hitting the right? And so then you're putting a lot of pressure on your short game. Right? Do you know how many greens? Are you hitting very many greens in regulation? Okay. 0? Yeah. Roughly. Okay. Okay, so we definitely have room for improvement. But this is great, you know, that you're getting some help and you know, you've kind of made a commitment to play the game, it sounds like. You're willing to work hard, right? It's a lot of work. It's not an easy game. It takes a lot of time and a lot of patience and a lot of practice. So, but if you're willing to put that in there, you know, put the time in, I really feel like we all have an opportunity. So, and I know you're a hard worker. So, all right. So let's do this. I want you to hit 5 shots for me, okay? And I'm not going to say anything right at first. I just kind of want to see where you're at and what you do naturally, and then I will make some recommendations on how we might be able to tackle this. Now, have you warmed up? Did you warm up before I got up here? Okay. Do you want, since we're going to focus primarily on the driver, are you ready to go ahead and start with the driver? Okay. Just because we don't have a whole lot of time today, so let's just tackle that big club and okay, do you have some teas?
Yes.
Okay, and I have a couple extras here too. Alright, so just 5 shots. I'm just going to watch. Like I said, I'm not ignoring you. I want to see where you're at. That's okay. Well, you had one that went to the right. Couple went. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. So there's a couple fundamental things that I think we might want to just address with your swing, and I think think we need to work primarily, Haley, on getting you in a little bit better setup.
Okay.
At a dress. I just feel like your setup's a little bit off. And the first thing I want to try to have you work on, or want you to work on, is just getting a little bit narrower in your setup, because I feel like your stance is a little bit wide, okay? And I feel like it's causing you to kind of not shift your weight.
Okay.
I feel like your feet are so wide that it's just kind of causing you to kind of swing with your arms, okay? You're not using your lower body. Do you know when you're learning a new task, how you learn? Do you learn more visually? Are you more of a kinesthetic learner? Okay, so you like to be able to see. So if I was to kind of show you,
Yeah.
okay, that would make sense to you. Okay, so you're a visual learner. Okay, that's good. That helps me to kind of make some suggestions with that in mind. So okay, so yeah, let's just narrow up just a little bit, okay? And I want you to take a few practice swings for me, okay? And I'm going to move the ball. And I want you to think about finishing your swing where you want to be when you finish your golf swing. And I want you to try to finish in balance. Okay, so do this for me. Go ahead and set up, and I want you to just swing through. And I want you to hold your finish. Yeah, go ahead. You're just going to swing all the way through, and then you're going to hold your finish. Sometimes I feel like when you swing, just in watching those 5 shots, it looked like you were kind of all over a little bit, right? You were just, one time kind of hanging back here, the next time over here. And then, like I said, because your stance was wide, I felt like you couldn't get all the way through it, so your balance was just a little bit off. So let's hit a couple more with a little bit narrower stance, and then working on finishing your golf swing in what we call perfect balance. Perfect balance would be all of your weight on your forward foot, right? Your toe turned down, your heel up, and your hip flexors and your belly button, everything facing the target there, okay? All right, so let's hit a few, just try to really nail that finish. It's okay, that's all right. So this is not the type of shot pattern that you've been having.
Okay.
This is just from today.
Like, yes.
Okay. Okay. And I wonder, okay, that's fine. Just keep hitting it.
Can I take a pie?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I know these drivers are so big, aren't they? Yeah. Such a big. Now, one observation, okay? I feel like you close the club face down a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. So that's minimizing the loft, which is not going to help us because we're already kind of hitting it a little bit low and left. So let's just let the club rest, okay? Let's just let it rest where it's at. Okay. So right here when you're setting up, tell me where your weight is. Okay. Let's try to get our weight about 50-50 out of your dress, okay? Almost felt like you were too...
Yeah, I feel like that's weird. Like, coach has told me to put like 70% or more on this side.
On your left side.
And I feel like I'm leaning.
You're leaning a little bit. Yeah, it looked like maybe just a little bit. So let's just try to get neutral, okay? So I don't want you leaning one way or the other. Just standing in pretty good neutral balance right there.
Okay.
Okay, so our contact was better, but you're right. Right?
Yeah.
It went a little bit to the right. So this is more representative of what you've been doing, right? Okay. Okay, let the club rest. You're closing it down again. All right. straighter,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
How's the little bit narrower stance feeling to you?
Better.
Better. Okay. Yeah, I like it. I just felt like your feet were.
Yeah.
All right. Part of this is because you have a little bit of an overswing. Okay.
Okay.
So your club is getting really, really far back. Okay. So to the point where I don't know if you can see it, but your club head is way, yeah, it's over here. Okay.
Mhm.
And I simply feel like it's making it really hard for you to get back to the golf ball. Like you don't have enough time. Okay.
Mhm.
So if we could get you to stop your arms when your shoulder turn stops. Okay.
Okay.
So when your shoulder gets here and your turn runs out, so to say,
Mhm.
okay, your arms could stop here.
Mhm.
I feel like we're going to have a lot better chance to get the club back down into the hitting area and be able to release it, okay? I just feel like it is so far back there that you can't get back, okay?
Yeah.
So it causes you to do a couple of different things, right?
Right.
You might throw your hands out at one time to try to get it in front of you, right? You may not be successful in doing that, so then it's just so far back, so then you just hang back because you can't get back to it. Okay, so let's shorten your swing, okay? To what feels like is about, it's going to feel like it's a 3/4 swing, okay? So it's going to feel like you're here,
Mhm.
okay? You see where your hands are?
Yeah.
It's going to feel like that, okay? Now, it's actually going to be close to where we want it, but it's going to feel a little bit short. All right. Okay. Go back. Okay, make sure you can see the club hit the ball, okay?
Yeah.
You don't want to look up before you make contact. Grip looks good. Oh! I think you took your eye off of that one. So find a spot on the back of the ball. So
Yeah.
when you're teeing it up, just like right there where those little stripes are. All right. Okay. Okay, so on the positive note, that was a little shorter, right? But we didn't quite get the release, right? So in other words, we kind of still came through and kind of blocked it. So just incorporate a little bit more release in your forearms. Okay, so see right there, your hands kind of inhibited the release. Okay. Right, so the club head should open as it goes back. And then it should close on. Okay, there you go. So here and there. And we're only going to swing it back. Right? Right? Half. It's going to feel like half to 3/4. Okay, so this is, let me just show you what it looks like when you overswing, okay? I'm going to do my Haley impersonation.
Oh.
Okay? That was a long way. It's like John Daly. Have you seen John Daly? No, you're too young. Okay. Okay, so it's way back there. Now when I get here, I feel like, oh my goodness, I don't know if I can get back. And so what happens is it takes so long and then I kind of fall back like this, okay? So my spine, your spine actually is tilting this way, right? In an effort to kind of save the shot, so you fall back, right? And that'll cause you to either hit it over here or it's going to cause you to hit it there. It will cause both things to happen.
Okay.
But it's all really being attributed to the length of this really long backswing. Okay, so we have to figure out a way to get you to shorten it up just a little bit, and add a little bit of width to your swing, so that when I'm talking about width, okay. So the swing needs to be wider. So the narrower you get, right? So when I collapse and I get way back here, my arms are real close, right? I can really overswing, right? But if I stay wide, right? When this circle, I'm sorry, no, that's okay. When this circle is drawn a little bit wider, I'm less likely to overswing than if the swing and the arc, the club is real narrow, right? And the arc is compromised. So you need to see a big wide circle, okay, around your body, okay? So be a narrow. This is a narrow circle because look how close the club has gotten to your shoulder, right? That's kind of a collapsed. There you go. Extend there. So there's the width that we're talking about, right? Notice how much further away your hands are from your right shoulder, right? So that's what we need more, okay, to get us out of this overswing and this then fall back spine tip away from the golf ball, okay? All right. Okay, so I want you to visualize, okay? There's a catcher's mitt right here. You watch baseball? Okay, catcher's mitt's right here. You're going to bring that golf club to that catcher's mitt, okay? If you go here, then you're already wider, right? And then we have to continue on and think wide circle. Okay. So, catcher's mitt, wide circle. Okay? All right. Okay. Now, part of this, when you're working on swing changes and you're working on them with your driver, it's sometimes difficult, right? Because it's the longest club in your bag, right? So it's probably going to be the last to transfer to this club. So we may not get the change in the ball like this, right? We may not correct some of this dispersion to the right and so forth. When you're working on this, I encourage you to, use something shorter, okay, maybe a 7-iron or so, and see if you can incorporate it with the irons first, and then progress to your driver, okay, because it is going to be a little bit harder with the long club. Okay, so again, we're visualizing that catcher's mitt, we're really working towards that, and we're staying nice and wide throughout the swing. Okay, now, that was actually better. So the width that we're talking about here, okay, we want to match that with width and extension on this side, okay, so that the club's going to travel in a big circle around your body here, okay, so in other words, we don't want to get to the ball and then cut our circle short, right? Keep that circle moving nice and wide on this side too, not just over here, right? So that's the next part, is just keeping that big circle that you're drawing and tracing it. Feel it? And we're going to get there. It's pretty. Okay. All right. A couple more. Nice and wide. I'll tell you what, we're going to end up, and we're just going to hit a couple. We're going to hit a couple with your 8-iron, just to work on. All the way through. Keep it moving, right? Keep it all the way through. And remember, we talked in the beginning of the lesson about finishing your golf swing, right? Trying to get all the way through it, okay? And then we're narrowing up, right? Because that helps us transfer weight a little better. obviously it's an 8 iron, but how is that in comparison to some of the shots? Is that about how you've been hitting them?
Yeah.
These shots have been okay? Yeah. So you'll get away with that swing fault. Okay. All right, so you still, do we have some of those shots too?
Yeah.
On the golf course? Okay. Again, that's when we go here, okay? And then we get too long, and then we fall back here, right? Okay. We want to feel like we stay pretty centered over that golf ball, right? And we don't let our spine tilt, right?
Yeah.
We don't want that spine angle moving from this location right here, okay? Yep, you're going to move, and then you're going to move through, right? And you're going to finish with your back nice and flat, right? We don't want to be here. We don't want to make a C in your back. You're just really flexible, so you can do that. But you really don't want to have this big arch, okay? You want to stand tall and finish tall, right? Flexors to the target. We talked about that, right, in the beginning. All right. Nice and wide. Okay. And get a little bit left, but less reverse, right? Do you feel like your balance was better, right?
Yeah.
Falling. Work on, okay? And like I said, I would prefer you just working on them with a shorter iron for now, and then you know, kind of progressively work up into the longer clubs. But first thing being a narrower stance, okay? Because that's going to help us with our weight transfer, right? Not so wide when you're so wide, okay? The tendency is going to be for you have a lot more room when your legs are wide to let that spine angle tilt, right? When you're a little bit narrower, right? Then it forces you to keep that spine a little bit more intact, okay? Club face is going to be more square at address, right? We're not going to get it shut with the driver especially, but you want to keep an eye on it here. Okay? We're going to work on the width in your swing, so we're going to be working back here towards the catcher's mitt, and we're going to think about a big wide circle, okay? Not a narrow circle. We're going to swing through, big wide circle here, and the result is if we do this, we're going to be in a lot better finish position, okay? All right. Taller. I like it. All right, so you know you'll have to kind of monitor it and see, you know what, or are we getting less back bend? Are we more here? Yeah. That's what we're looking for, is a flat back, not an arched back. Okay, so work on these things, and then I would, like to see if we can maybe in a week or so, and then kind of revisit it